So, good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the next session of this course. So, today we are going to learn about conditional statements. In the last class, we have learned about operators, and we have done some examples with operators like mathematical operators and other operators. So, today we are going to learn about conditional statements. So, first of all, what is the meaning of condition? Like, if this is not true, then second thing will be true. This is condition. Let me give you one example. That suppose in your suppose you are in 10th standard, okay, and your father is saying to you that if you got good marks in your 10th board exam, so I will give you new mobile phone. So I will give you new mobile. So what the condition is, you have to score high in board exams, right? You have to score 90 or 90 above. So this is the condition. So if your marks is above, then the uh, if your marks if you approve that condition, then you will get phone. Otherwise, you will not get any mobile phone or any reward. Okay. So let's briefly understand what is conditional statements in JavaScript. Okay. So the first point is conditional statements are used to decide the flow of execution based on different conditions. Okay. So basically, conditional statements, these are the statements who decide the flow of the code, flow of the execution of the code. So based on different conditions. If condition is true, you can perform one action, and if the condition is false, you can perform another action. As I have gave the example of your 10th board result, if you got good marks in examination, then action would be performed that you will get a new mobile phone. And if your condition, like if you don't get good marks in your examination, so condition would be false, right? Then you can perform another action. And what would be the another action? But you will not get any reward with your parents. Okay. So this is a condition first. Through conditional statement, we can control which code needs to run or which code will not run. Through conditional statements, we can do this as well. Okay. Then code runs based on certain conditions. How? Let's see. For example, let's understand with the analogy the traffic light controls the flow of vehicles on the road. Okay, depending upon the color of light, the actions happen. If light is green, then it signal to move. Whereas if the light is red, then it is a signal to move, right? Based on the comparison, if the comparison is true, then it will execute the one block of code, otherwise another block of code. Let me tell you this with the example. Before going to the example, let's see what are the different types of conditional statements. Then I will show it to you code, right? So we have three types. First one is if statements. There are mainly three types. The one is if statement, second is if else statements, and the third one is if else statement. Okay. So I will tell you each and everything in brief. So first of all, let's see what is if statement. So it is to specify a block of JavaScript code to be executed if a condition is true. Okay. So this means like if the code is true, the block of code is true, then condition will true. It's just if condition. You can see the syntax. Syntax basically the method to write a code. How can we write if? So if, and what we are doing, if opening bracket and closing bracket, then it takes a boolean value. In the previous session, I told you what are the boolean values. Boolean returns true or false only. Okay, so it takes a boolean value or the expression that will give boolean value. Okay, so So what we need to do is if, then open bracket, close bracket, then this curly bracket, open curly bracket, then closing curly bracket, knows as the code block. So these curly bracket, let me tell you with annotating. So basically these curly bracket are the code blocks. Like we are like doing this and this. So we have to write the whole code here only. Okay, I'm talking about if conditions. If, then we need to write our condition here in this bracket. We will write our condition. Okay. And after that, we will start this curly bracket, and then we will write our whole code, like what would be happen if the condition is true. What would be happen if the condition is true? Like if you get more marks 90 above, what would be happen? Okay, then you just close with the curly bracket. So it's known as code block. Okay. Next, if with boolean value. So console.log start. Okay, so basically here we are just consoling log, nothing more than that. Start from here. If true, we are putting boolean value console.log inside. Okay, or console.log code end. Okay, if true, then console.log this, otherwise code end. Now let's see. Okay, wait. Okay. Now, if the expression, the decision is based on the value of expression, for example, if 5 is greater than 3, then console.log inside code. So let me tell you this with the on Replit by practically I just tell you. Okay, let me increase it. Okay, I hope it's visible to you guys. So first start with the boolean value. If true, I'm putting true. So basically, this is a syntax. You need to write if, then open bracket, and then closing bracket. Then write the condition here. If true, true is a condition, then you need to start curly bracket and closing curly bracket. Then what should happen? So console dot log what inside the code. Okay. Otherwise, console dot log error. Let's see what we will get in the output. So what it is showing to us, it is showing both the values inside the code and error, right? So if true, because it's all true means like yes, right? If I put it false, what will be happen? What will happen? Let's see. It is showing error. Okay. So you must have this doubt in your mind, of course, that uh, why it is showing false. Like if I am putting true, it is showing inside the code, but if I am putting false, it is not showing that inside the code. Why? So let me tell you this thing. By default in JavaScript code, by default true is the value, means it has to run. Okay, so we are not giving any variable here. Look, we are not giving any variable that if this variable value would be true. No, we are just saying if true. So true is true. Are you getting? I hope you are getting my point. So that's why when we put true here, then we are getting the value, because true means yes. Please run it. Okay, and then it needs to like console.log error. If like now let's come to the next statement. Okay, I will tell you. Now let's do one thing. Let's assign one variable first. I'm assigning a variable, let x is equals to 5. Okay, then full stop. Now I am giving a condition if x is less than 5, then console.log less than 5. Okay. So x is equals to 5. So you should know that it what would be the output. Now let's see the output. I hope what the output is coming in your mind for already. So let's see what will be the output. I really hope that you guys should know that what would be going to be error. Why? Because we are putting x here. We are giving the condition that x should be less than 5. And we are giving the value of x is 5. So 5 is not less than 5. It is equals to 5. Now if I put 5 here, let's see what happened now. It is showing less than 5. I hope this question in your mind that console.log error, why it is coming, because we are not putting, we are not putting it in what in condition. We are not putting this console.log error in the condition, right? So it comes by itself. Okay. Like here also it comes because it is in the what we can say, it is in, it is not in block, right? It is not in this block, not in any condition blocks. It comes. Okay. So I hope this much is clear to you guys. So this is a if command. This is for if command, boolean values and condition like condition values. Now let's come to the next part, which which we have if with variables. Okay, now let's check about with variables, which I have already told you. Variable. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's do some more practice about it. In likewise in the this what we have in this PDF, we have done these code. Let's do it in, let's do here as well. So what I am doing, I am putting assigning a variable which is a is equals to, let's do one thing. Let name is equals to Rahul, and let name 2 is equals to Rohit. Okay. Now I am taking another variable. Let's check is equals to name is equals to is equals to is equals to name 2. So what we are doing? We are doing in last class I have told you these three operator what they do. They like check the what they check each and every character of the word, and also it checks the type of the word. Like both the variables have the type is string, right? So what, now let's put the condition if check is equals to true, then console dot logs, console dot log names are equal or same. Okay, now only let's see what would be the output. No, we are not getting any output, right? Why? Because Rahul and Rohit are not equal to each other, right? So now let me change the name of the Rohit as Rahul as well. Now let's see what would be the happen. Names are same. Okay. Now let's check one more variable, not one more variable, operator, which I have told you in the previous session. Like if is not checked, you can do this as well. If check is not equals to. It means it's not true. If check is not true, then console.log names are not same. Now let's see what would happen. Look, what we are doing, we are checking if check is not true, right? If I do like this, if check means it's true, okay, it means it's true. We will not get any output now, right? We are not getting any output because check in line number 3 we are already checking that what we are checking, name is equals to name 2. So in line 5 what we are doing, if check means if the value is coming true, if the uh, assigning variable, like if the value to this variable is true, then console.log names are not same. Here I have just given. So that's why we are not getting any output. Now what I am doing here, I am putting not sign before this variable. So what does it means? It means that it is saying that sorry, check is not equals to. Just give me a minute. So sorry for the disturbance, guys. It was just a call. So yeah, let's continue. So what I was telling you, that what does mean of this line? Like, so it means that if check is not equals to, like, sorry, check is not true. Check is not true. So what we are doing, console.log names are not same. So let's see what would be the happen. So names are not same. So I hope this much is clear to you guys. Now let's move forward. So okay, let's check whether two numbers are equal. We have already done with this. Okay. Like as we have done this, Rahul and Rohit, the number would be same. Like we can change this value only. We need to do value changes. Like let's the type, like Rohit and Rahul is a string type, and which we call expressions, right? Which comes in expression, and these comes in as what we call, say that in integer type. Like their type is integer, like numbers. Their type is number. So let's check these also. So we are checking. Let change this x and sorry for that. Let's change this with y. Okay, now what we are checking, if check is not true, so let's see only check. So what we are getting? We are not getting anything. Let's do one thing here. Console.log not same. And here both values are same. Okay, now let's see. So we are getting not same because 2 and 3 is not same to each other. Now we are doing 3 and 3. So both values are same. Do see now, if I am doing this in this variable, now what would be the output? Just take 2 seconds and think, like what would be the output. I have put these brackets, like these arrows with this 3 and it's a number. So what would be the output? Not same. Why? Because I told you in the previous session that if we put these arrows, like inverted commas, if we put these inverted commas, whether it's a number or it's a like what we call, it's an alphabet, or whether it's number or alphabet, it becomes string. Okay, it becomes string. So here 3 is string. If I do like here console dot log type of x. So let's see what would be the output. You can see string and not same. So I told you in the previous session as well that if we put any alphabet or any number in these inverted commas, it becomes string. Okay, so that's why it is showing not same. If I like remove these in inverted commas and just put 3, so number, both values are same. So now it becomes number. So this value type is now number. So I hope this much is clear to you guys. So now let's quickly move forward. Next we have if else statement. Okay, what would be happen if and in else statement? Let's see now. Till now what we are doing, oh, let's make another file program.js. Okay, now let's clear it. Okay, till now what we are doing, we are taking variables like I'm taking 2 and let y is 5. What we were doing, right? We are just doing if and we were putting the condition and we are just consoling that log. Now what we are doing, we are checking here as well. X is greater than y. We can check here as well. We are just putting the condition. Now I am console.log x is greater than y. Now if this condition gets false, then so for that we need to write else. Console.log y is greater than x. I hope this much is clear to you guys. Let me make you understand once again that what I am writing. In the last, in here, what we are doing, we are taking this variable and we are putting condition here. In this question, what I have done, I am putting condition here. I can take another variable and put this condition here as well. Like if I'm checking like C, which means check is equals to x is greater than y. And I can just put if C means if C true, then console.log x is greater than y. Else console.log y is greater than x. I can do this as well. But what I am doing to not make you guys confused, I'm putting condition here as well. Here only. So what I am doing, if x is greater than y. So what would be happen? Console.log, it shows like print console x is greater than y. Okay. Else. If this else means if this condition false, then this should be run. In the in the last question, what we are doing, if we are not putting anything here, so we are and our value is getting false, we are not printing anything, like okay, we are not getting any output. So for getting getting some output, we should use else statement with if. Okay, so now let's see what would be the output. Node problem 2.js. So you can see y is greater than x. So this condition is getting like this statement is printing in the output. Okay. Suppose if I just remove this else, so what would happen? We are not getting any output. So what we need to like, suppose it's a big website or very big application, and there is a condition that if is okay. So there is a condition that if this won't work, then it should not run. Okay, that it should not run. Suppose there is a car, and if this button has broken by someone, so the car should not run. So what we think that if now what we will think as a customer or as a children, just think about like just think about with like with their mind, just think about with their mind that what can happen. So if our toy car is not running, what we will think that okay, now it has damage, it has broken, we cannot use it, right? But if suppose if there is a sound, like if it produce one sound, like we put one condition that they if this button gets break, so produce this sound. So what would be happen, we get to know yes, this button has break. Okay, so else statements work same. Okay, I hope I make you understand, guys, why do we use else statements. So it shows some output, so we get to know okay, this thing had happened, that's why it's not working. Okay, so let's take your example. If you won't get good marks in your 10th board exam, so we have this thing in our so your parents have this thing and you also have this thing in your mind that okay, I have done I have not done good I have not done good preparation for getting good marks, that's why I'm not getting my iPhone or something else. Okay, so for that we use else statement. I hope you guys have understood this. Okay, so now let's move forward. So let's understand by this theory. If else, the if else is a type of conditional statement that will execute a block of code. When the condition in the if statement is true, if the condition is falsy, then the block will be executed, which I have shared already. Okay, here's a list of false values. False 0, 0, negative 0, on bin 0, empty string, null, undefined, none, not a number. If the condition is true, then one block of code executes. Else another block of code executes, which I have shared already. So basically this is a syntax which I have shared with you guys. So first we need to do if, then we need to write condition, curly bracket open, then we need to print command, we need to write print command, and we need to end with the first curly bracket. Then we need to type else, open curly bracket, print command, then closing curly bracket. Okay, so this is a syntax. So for this, check, I have told you check with number is greater. Now I am giving you this thing in your homework, that check whether two names are equal or not. You have to log in yourself in Replit, do these code, like check numbers, check names with each like equal or not. And you can do this. Given total bill discount, start price, if you satisfy the condition, print discount available, otherwise print no discount. Okay, so try these things. In the next session, we will learn else if statement as well. Okay, so today what we have done, if statement and if else statement. We have another else if statement. Okay, so what comes in else if statement we will learn in next session, because 30 minutes has done. So okay, I hope this much have you guys understood, and all best. Bye.